That's it. Now attach the peg. Really plant it into the ground.
Yeah.
Perfect. And just like that, you've pitched your first tent.
Huh. You know, I never pitched anything but a baseball before today.
You're a natural.
Oh, we getting started already?
We're celebrating.
Celebrating?
Yeah, your first voyage into nature.
It's different out here. It's quiet.
Different is good.
Different is different.
You're nervous.
You know black people don't camp.
I camp and I'm black. Black.
No, I'm black, all right? Anacostia born and raised.
Well, what does that mean?
You suburban black, you down from a distance.
Down.
Yeah, for the cause. Like, okay, you don't belong on the front lines, right? It's too dangerous for my baby.
I was there during the Mamiya protests. BLM too. Shit, Mochella, when they tried to stop go-go music in DC, that's something.
It is, babe.
Oh, you know who was really black and down? Matthew Henson. Yeah, from Maryland like me, grew up in DC like you, defied convention and camped all over the world. He built igloos like we built this tent.
Just to freeze to death?
No, only to live a long and heroic life.
Yeah.
We're safe here, Malik. Relax.
Another drink first.
I'll do you one better.
Oh, aren't you full of surprises?
I need you to be a little uptight. Sleeping under the stars, communing with nature. You know, new stuff for a city kid.
I thought you said we had this beach all to ourselves.
Yeah, it's normally empty this time of year.
Not today.
Looks that way.
It looked like white people.
First time seeing one up close?
Oh, very funny.
They're probably just camping out like us.
And they always just like us. They don't never let us have nothing for ourselves. First they took over U Street, then H Street, soon Anacostia, now this beach.
Assateague isn't historically black.
Yeah, but it could be.
Oh, I thought black people don't camp.
I'm warming up to it.
They aren't bothering anyone.
Yeah, they don't until they do.
You're blowing my high.
They blowing mine.
Oh, babe, let's take a walk.
We can walk later. Look, I pitched the actual tent. Can you let me enjoy my handiwork for a minute?
Well, then soon. It's hard to see the horses in the dark.
Horses?
Yeah. They roam free here.
Man, here I was worried about white people.
They're mostly harmless, a little aggressive when they're hungry.
Oh, yeah, the white people?
The horses. Yoo-hoo! Hello? Oh, hello.
Shit.
There you are, our new neighbors.
Oh, new?
Well, we've never seen you here before.
We.
Yeah, our caravan. See them over there, pitching tents, just like yours. Normally, we're the only ones here. Seems we'll have to make room.
Yeah, the beach is public.
Well, it's always felt private to us. Your name?
Yours?
This is my boyfriend, Malik. I'm Melody.
Well, it's nice to meet you both. I'm Jenny.
We were just about to go for a walk.
Oh, of course. Oh, well, we're just over the brush if you need anything at all.
Oh, we're good.
Right. Hey, before I go, I couldn't help but notice those bottles there. Yeah, no alcohol permitted, I'm afraid. You know, the Rangers,
Come when called.
Exactly.
Thanks for the heads up, Jenny.
You're welcome.
A little discretion.
This was your idea.
Well, that was before.
The white people showed up.
Oh, it isn't permitted anyway. I just...
You don't want to upset your new friend, Jenny.
I want you to relax.
Double black?
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'm just not convinced.
She was nice about it, okay?
She was investigating.
You're investigating.
Yeah, better me than her.
Let's just take that walk.
We can walk later. Let's just sit. Listen to the ocean.
We are breaking the rules, you know.
Now who needs to relax? Fuck Jenny and her caravan. Let's be wild and free, like the horses.
Did I ever tell you the story of the Assateague ponies?
Nope. But I'm guessing you're going to.
The story is the ponies descended from stock released on the island by colonists hoping to escape livestock taxes on the mainland. When pony penning began in the 1800s, the ponies swam across the Assateague Channel to be auctioned off and moved to the mainland. It still happens today, even though most roam free.
Hold on, wait. Colonists, auction blocks, Jennies. This sounds like you brought me here to
I
be
know.
overseers.
Well, Jenny
and slave
isn't
ponies.
freed horses.
Abandoned horses left to scrounge for food
Forage.
across treacherous ocean
Wade
waters just
during
to be auctioned off to the highest
slack tide.
bidder. That sounded like a hell of an island attraction. Huh.
You've rewritten history.
Yeah, well, so do they.
You're impossible.
I told you black people don't camp.
And I told you Matthew Henson did.
Yeah, well, name me one more.
Touché. The sun. We're losing the light.
All right. There. You happy now?
Better. It's beautiful, isn't it?
And so are you. Hey, you hear that?
It's just the wind, babe.
It sound like footsteps, Mel.
In the sand?
In the sand, Mel.
Hey there.
Jesus.
Me again, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. We can smell the sour of it, the smoke, you know?
All the way from over there, huh?
Well, yeah, the wind, you know?
Oh, it's probably your campfire. You know, rotten wood, maybe?
I can assure you it's not.
Well, we can assure you it isn't us.
Look, we're just trying to have a good time.
And so
you know?
are we.
Of course. It's just that
We
have...
heard you.
Good. You know, Ocean City is fun, too.
Tent's already pitched, lady.
Right. Enjoy your night.
I can assure you it isn't us.
Well, I can assure you now it's just on general principle.
Malik, sit down.
Why you always kowtow to these crackers?
Kowtow? If Jenny or one of her friends makes one phone call,
Park rangers aren't cops.
but they're armed, at least some of them anyway,
So am I.
why would you bring that here?
To protect us from bears.
There are no fucking bears on this island.
I didn't know that. I told you black
Black
people
people don't camp. Yeah, you said that.
Ooh. I'm sorry, Mel.
You should have told me.
I know. Hey, let's go for that walk.
It's too late.
We can use our headlamps. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I put this thing on. Headlampy. Let me see. Ooh. We gonna have to stretch yours because it's got a lot of head. Bow, 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 bow. Ah! Huh? Come on, what do you say?
Fine, but get rid of the gun.
All right, done.
Hey, it's me again. I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. I couldn't help but notice the flashing lights. Is everything okay?
We're fine, Jenny, really.
Are you sure? Because it looked like maybe some sort of Morse code, like maybe you needed help.
She said we're fine, Jenny.
Do you need me to call someone?
That won't be necessary.
'Cause I can help. Melody, I know the ranger.
Of course you do.
I'm fine. We're fine, Jenny, really. We were just about to take a walk.
Do you think that's such a good idea? Walking alone in the dark with him?
Who? The thug of acetate?
That's enough, Jenny. Now please go.
I will not. What is that behind your back? More liquor? More Ciroc? You're drunk, right? Or high? Did he hurt you? Did he hurt you?
Did I hurt her?
You can stay with us.
I never even raised my voice at her.
I'm staying here.
We clear?
Look, this beach was supposed to be empty.
Oh, you mean nigga free?
Okay, I never called you that, no matter how much I
You wanted to?
Okay, that is it. I am calling the ranger.
Whoa,
Oh my
Mel,
God.
Mel.
You wanted
Mel.
to know what was behind his back, right?
Yes, no.
The point made, Mel.
Almost. This is for bears.
What?
He was protecting me from bears.
There are no bears here. There is nothing dangerous.
Not even you.
I don't follow.
I normally come here alone, but this year I gifted Asati to Malik, my love, who thinks that camping is for crazy white people who get eaten by bears. City kid. He needed the air. The sunrise, the sunset, the smell of the ocean, the quiet, the freedom to take up space without fear or apology the way you can. He deserves to know that feeling. We both do. But you found us and you peered into our metaphorical window, tapped on the glass like a fishbowl. All that fear and fascination on your face. Looked at the little plot we claimed and wondered, how did they get here? What kind of blacks are they? You spotted his Timbs and decided what kind. I bet. What I know for sure is that you planted yourself in the sand like a cactus outside of our tent, focused on us like lasers, as if we haven't always had bullseyes on our backs. Seems dangerous to me. You know, caravan be damned. Fuck s'mores by the campfire. You'd rather find a way to make us go. Did you?
You're being rhetorical.
You wouldn't answer either way.
Mel, no.
We aren't who you think we are.
What? Who are you?
Here, give me the gun. Sorry. Not a word to anyone.
No, I swear.
How many of these you got in there?
Just enough.
Hey, I didn't think you had that in you.
I'm a black woman.
Touche.
Felt like hunting season.
Yep. I felt that target on my back.
You think she'll call the Rangers?
Do you care?
Do you hear that?
Thunder? Or,
Maybe a storm coming?
is it police sirens?
Shh.
What is it?
Of course.
Of course.
They're here.
The Rangers?
No. Horses. Look. Loud.
And free.
Hey, everybody. It's just such a wonderful thing for us to be able to share theater here together. You might have noticed that I have been joined by a wonderful guest. One of the things that we want to do here at Obsidian Theater Festival is make sure that we honor all aspects of theater, of film, and one of the best ways to do that is by talking about the training and the education that is necessary to make all these different disciplines come together and work as one. So I want to take a moment to introduce this lovely woman sitting next to me. Sarai Daniels is our arts education manager, and she's going to take a minute to talk to you about the Ghostlight Arts Initiative.
Well, first of all, thank you, John. It's really a pleasure to be here, and thank you for hiring me, because this is the type of work that I love to do, and it's really the mission of my life, to make sure that we're providing content for youth and young adults in order to create a pipeline from their school experience all the way into the careers that they desire for themselves as adults, leading all the way through as long as they would like, really. And so we've really focused on this year on dance content and acting content from multiple different angles, and we're continuing to build our library out from there for years to come.
Thank you, Sarai. For those of you that might have been paying attention, if you haven't, don't worry about it. The content is living right on our website. We spent a long time, Sarai, Lindsay, Alexis, working in the Ghostlight Arts Initiative department to make sure that we had some amazing content for you. We have some fantastic teachers. You can jump to obsidianfest.org/education. You can find our content on our YouTube channel that walks you through like really 4 weeks for each discipline, yeah?
Yes, that's correct. We have a beginner's acting class that has 4 weeks. We have have an advanced acting class, 4 weeks again, and a bar dance class that's really available and meant to be geared towards everyone from beginners through advanced, because you can always take yourself back to the bar and solidify your core and your technique, right? So we have all of those courses available right now, just as you said, John, at obsidianfest.org/education.
So, so this was a bit of a level up for us from last year, right?
Yes.
Like last year, talk about what we focused on for last year's arts initiative.
Yeah, sure. So last year we focused a lot of the same, but we really honed in and tried to focus small on smaller classes concerning acting, technique, as well as dance, and especially due to the parameters provided to us by the pandemic, we had to do a lot of that virtually, right? And so we endeavored to teach classes on Friday nights, and we were really successful. Especially for our first year, and so we wanted to take it up a level and provide that content pre-recorded so that students can take the courses at their own pace and at their own time. We also have available on the website our certification process that if you desire to take yourself through the entirety of each course, that you will receive a certificate of completion signed by myself, John, and our Associate Artistic Director, Alexis. So I really am excited for all of the things that we have going on this year, and we're excited to do more.
And the last thing I want to make sure that we touch on before we come out into a recap video of the amazing work that the Arts Initiative put together for this year is we also have resources for teachers, right? We have teacher resources available as well.
That is correct. Yes, we have a full 4-week teacher resource. It's a simple document meant to provide the objectives as well as the local state standards here in Michigan and across the nation to make sure that you're aligning your content, whether you're teaching a core subject like English or language arts, figuring out how you can interweave in the arts education into your classroom, or if you are an arts educator yourself. It's meant to provide context for your students and really make an extension of assignments that you may want to give your students as they complete the coursework throughout the school year. And so we really wanted to simplify it, make it compact, and also receive feedback from teachers so that we can do more on the teacher side as well, because we can't really support students if we're not also endeavoring to support teachers, and not in a way that we're making assumptions, but in a way that we're truly receiving feedback from teachers and listening and doing what is actually needed, not what we think is needed.
Yeah, and all of this content, just like the Obsidian Fest itself, is offered free of charge to students of all ages, levels of experience, in every single geographic location. If you can get online, then you can get to this content. The one thing that I do want to make sure everybody knows is here at Ghostlight Obsidian Fest, one thing that we want to make sure we do is also try to provide a container, give people an ability to understand what it is they witness and what it is they see. So coming up later on this weekend, tonight and Sunday, we're going to hear from a couple panelists, Dr. Rashida Harrison, who's a good friend of both of ours, who goes and who studied at and teaches at the Michigan State University. Sorry, it gets caught in my throat a little bit. Go Blue. The Michigan State University that we have to make sure, I guess, we give a shout out to. But Dr. Harrison is
Go Green.
Okay. So Dr. Harrison is an amazing academic. But one of the things that we want to make sure that we do this weekend is really talk about this content in a way that feels both palatable, approachable, and helps people understand the broader social context, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things that we'll be talking about in terms of themes, that if you want to just go into it, we're talking about a lot of the issues that the Black experience of Black people in this country really deal with. We're talking about issues from gentrification to white flight, and we're really trying to unpack that from a historical standpoint and really delve into the issues that impact us and shows up in our art.
Yeah. So long story short, if you are a youth, if you are an adult, if you are a person who wants to learn more about theater, who wants to learn more about the performing arts, and not just on stage, but backstage, everything that it takes for us to be able to produce this type of amazing content, please visit obsidianfest.org/educate. We're going to come out later on this weekend and talk about a wonderful youth playwriting competition that we sponsored this year, and some amazing youth playwrights that produce some really fantastic work. But right now we're going to jump out, and we want to make sure that you get a sense of what the Ghostlight Arts Initiative is and how it continues, so you can watch this recap as we talk about the work that we are able to present here in 2022.
Take one. Here, I know you're probably thinking to yourself, ballet, it's all tutus and point shoes, but it's actually a lot more than that. Ballet is a great way to develop dance technique in the body that not only will translate to the ballet bar, but it'll also translate into other styles of dance as well. I'm talking hip hop, African, jazz, tap, all of it, yeah?
Another thing that I talk to actors about all the time is staying open. What do I mean? I'm actually not talking about emotionally, although actors should be pretty emotionally open to, again, move from moment to moment. I mean literally in terms of physical blocking.
Because you're gonna do a show, let's say we're doing theater and everything's on stage. So you have to be consistent. It's 8 shows a week. That is a lot of shows to do. And sometimes as a human, you know, you may not be in that jovial mood, but you have to go on stage and entertain, you know, the audience. So if you're grounded in technique, you can be consistent because it's all about the intention, the goal, the overall want of the character versus how you feel as the actor.
Ballet is a great way to really learn about your body and all of the body from the head all the way down to the toes, really figuring out how to use the body to its fullest potential and also protecting yourself as well. Once you've developed technique in the body from the ballet bar to the floor and then taking it on out of the classroom, you'll begin to realize that your body not only feels better in other styles, but you can also really see how you're feeling both inside and mentally as well.
In a play, or in a script, in a screenplay, there's no wrong. There's just different ways of seeing something. It's like, as long as you're using the same stained glass, how you choose to shine your light through that glass is up to you.
One of the most amazing things that we've been able to do at the Obsidian Theater Festival, Ghostlight Productions, and with Nicely Theater Group is to be able to offer an opportunity to emerging artists, Black artists from across the world. This year, we received over 150 submissions for plays, for musicals, for cabaret performances, and we are really thrilled to present this next piece. So if you tuned in to us last night, you might have seen a little bit of a technical glitch, and this was supposed to be our featured content for yesterday evening. We wanted to make sure to provide this wonderful work again for you tonight. So without any further ado, I'm pleased and proud to present a local Detroit playwright, Miss Shawntai Brown, with the work We Own Everything, directed by Kelly Crump.
If I'm to talk about the corridor, I know that narrow, suffocating stroll where streetwalkers in neon clothes or threads would walk up Cass Ave with them really tricky goals, the darkness of it all still. 20 plus years later, the danger of parking on them side streets still lurking. The late night quest to visit main state buildings with shiny new names that reflect this new village, this commune of consumers with expensive bicycles. Ha! I just want to be accepted. Not as new, as authentic as the black man with the jitney before that Uber, before that Lyft. He was part of this economy. Before that dichotomy, this half caught the knots, the other half caught the dots. And I won't forget the goats, the characters, the dark rooms, the deep bass, the sale sign slapped on a fat ass of a ghost that cannot be revived, only replaced. I'm familiar with all the wild haunts and all the crazy ass stories that took place. Oh, and kinfolk, this corridor I know, spin me around blindfolded off any street off Cass, and I swear to God, I'ma find my black ass way back home. Ha! Or I'll find my way to the Bronx bar. Maybe perhaps that's preferable for the drowning of a sorrow, thoughts of friends I used to know. When all of this shiny, that shit was raw, it was fun, it was exciting. See, I walked past that bar, and I see the white and the black faces, now older, still nameless, still way cooler than me. Ha! A punk song for my homeboy Crazy Ass Dan. For East Palmer and Woodward. I do regret that we never played chess on that old glass countertop. And yeah, I miss our conversations about our city, these rapid, weird changes, the displacement of the seniors, the ordaining of that Caesar and the quickening of fever, pitching ideas over wood oven pizza. Us fools. We should have thought bigger. Hey, when the land was cheaper. See, our collective attention skewed Easter, and this was our sacred raw speck of dust on that palm of Michigan, and on that speck we were living microscopic, simple dreams, simple sins. But now, 20 years later, on my 40th birthday, I remember being 19. I was once one of those fresh kids, and I now have kids. And I go downtown to drink roasted plant bougie ass coffee, and I consume this convenience, this thing I never thought that would come. Ha! You could call it a progress me. I'ma call that shit a sure thing, wide open for the right ones with that paper agreeing. This is for my brother. Jean jacket, 1,000,000 buttons, the king of Cass adorned is his crown. Hey, and to all the young misfits, promise me that you'll enjoy it. Treat each single alley like they sacred, and please, for the love of God, pick up your fucking garbage. Go ahead and pop in those new pop-ups and hop on that Gentry train. But respect that bumpy road underneath that bike lane. Cass Corridor, the original name.
Lil Bug. What up, though, cuz?
What up, though, Jalen?
Shit, you know, Lil Bug. Got the best of occasions.
Yeah. I've been digging through photo albums all day, getting a slideshow together for the funeral.
Word, appreciate that. You know Unc would. He loved the photo of himself.
Always in style. Rest in peace, Uncle Eddie.
Yeah, at least he can rest. I ain't slept since he, just been driving.
I bet you have. Whipping it. What a gem he left us. Man, this car is what's up. Don't pull off. Whew. 1973, white body convertible Impala. The man had taste. Check this out. Here's a photo of Uncle Eddie in this thing in 1975.
Wow. Why is he a Grace of Assembly of God church?
My mom said it was back when he first met Auntie Gladys at the church's singles retreat. Apparently, he met her and never stepped foot back into that church.
Nah, Bronx bar. Now, that was his church. You know his Holy Trinity. The cars, the cognac, and the Holy Spirit of the coochie. I can't believe Uncle Eddie left me this car.
You mean he left us this car?
We should ride down Woodward with this thing all night. Stun on everybody think they sweet in a Prius.
Well, we should pick up Auntie June first.
Of course, Little Bug and Big June Bug want to be together.
You know she came in early from Ann Arbor for the funeral. Her Airbnb is right here in Midtown.
Sorry, Midtown? Sound like one of them Detroit imports.
Imports.
Yeah, you've been living around Wayne State campus so long, you're using the gentrified language. Sound like one of them new Detroiters. But this is the Cass Corridor.
Here you go. I can see you on your combative tip. Man, pull over and let me drive.
No. Uncle Eddie left me with the keys. I was the last one to drive him to his doctor's appointment, remember? No, you don't, do you? Was probably too busy taking one of your finals or some shit, right? He didn't make it out to the hospital after that.
I can't believe Uncle Eddie just decided to up and leave the earth like this.
Decided? Tumors make all the choices around here. First great grandma, then my dad. Them tumors worse than foreclosures.
When have you known Uncle Eddie to succumb to anything? I mean, that man survived 67 when they burned down his furniture store. And he still insisted on dragging a couch out of the building while it was burning during the riot.
Riot? Rebellion, you mean? Uncle Eddie told me black people got mad and said they ain't taking it no more. That's what we need to do now, take our city back.
Calm down. Uncle Eddie didn't even have his story straight on that. Let him tell it, he was at the store when it happened. Let him tell it another day, he was at the bar the police raided.
And both are true. Had one of the Detroit imports may tell it. That's why we gotta make our own histories.
What you gotta make is a left. Auntie June's Airbnb is over off Hancock.
I know where I'm going, okay? This corridor I know. Spin me around blindfolded anywhere off Cass, I find my way back home.
Is that why we just missed the turn?
That was on purpose. Taking the scenic route. Don't tell me how to drive my car.
Your car? We was both sitting in the back seat when he said it. Uncle Eddie said he would leave this car to us.
But who driving it now?
Just because you driving it don't make it yours. See, that's why we gotta talk tonight with Auntie June.
She don't got shit to do with this.
How? That's Uncle Eddie's first niece. Listen, we gotta sort out how we gonna share this car. And turn left again. I'm texting Auntie June.
I'm gonna call a big June bug and see what happens.
If you wanna try some tired jokes, then go ahead. I wanna see what happens with that.
I wasn't expecting to see Uncle Eddie's car. I mean, I knew y'all were coming, but I don't know why I didn't prepare myself for this. I didn't think it was gonna be this hard till the funeral. Think again, little bug. Now, how you figure you the mini-me and I'm in the back seat? It don't work like that.
Dang, Auntie June, always pulling rank.
How you doing, Auntie June?
Oh, Jalen, I've been on a pendulum swing from laughter to tears all day.
We here for you, Big June bug.
That is Auntie June to you. You know, only Uncle Eddie could call me that. And I'm gonna bury that name right in that casket.
Well, the funeral ain't for a couple days, so your name's still Big. How you not want to be called your name, Big June bug? Why everybody want to go renaming things? This is the corridor, and you Big June bug. Oh, shit.
Now your hair is only gonna lessen the impact of those smacks upside your head for so long.
Since you actually my cousin, and I'm grown now.
Grown in body, not in mind.
I'm grown, college kid. When can I stop calling you Big June, Auntie June?
You break the traditions of the ancestors if you want to, Jalen. But call me Big June Bug again, and we're gonna have to bury you and not just the name with Uncle Eddie. And what does it smell like marijuana in my uncle's car?
It's legal. It's in my pocket. Haven't smoked it yet, and it's in my car.
Actually, I'm the oldest of the nieces and nephews. It's my car.
Hell no. What you done for it?
What have I done? Uncle Eddie been promising me this since I was a little girl.
Oh, a promise.
And I say we are not gonna disrespect my classic this way.
It ain't yours.
That part?
Uncle Eddie kept this 73 Impala in pristine condition. And he's not gonna appreciate you clouded up with your low-quality, non-medical grade Reggie weed. Little bug, pop the glove box.
Why?
Because Uncle Eddie always kept a bottle of cognac in his glove box. And if we're gonna be reckless, we're gonna do it respectfully and in his tradition.
For Uncle Eddie. Just the luck I need for the police to catch a black man with a bottle to his mouth in a car they all envious of. We in white people land now.
White people land, please. This is still Detroit.
Yeah, but this is new Detroit, June.
Auntie June.
Things have changed since you've been in Ann Arbor.
That I can see. I've never seen this many open businesses or people in this area, especially in this time.
Imposters. asking for more police so they can run around in their yoga pants with their lap dogs all hours of the night.
My girlfriend walks her dog at night when she stays over.
Of course she does. Grosse Pointe transplant.
Watch it.
Only Uncle Eddie and his friends used to come down here. When I was just getting grown enough to tag along, there's Uncle Eddie's favorite bar, the Bronx.
It ain't what it used to be.
You ain't even been down here. I still like it.
You like anything your ginger frying friends like.
I just don't have to make a thing out of everything.
Park right here, Jalen. Come on, let's get this game going. Let me show you why I'm still your auntie. Well, y'all gonna respect your elder today. Wow, this place has barely changed. The outdoor seating is a nice touch, though. Look at the lamp. Same one from the 70s, I bet. Not as smoky as it used to be.
Is any place?
Same pictures, same posters. The wood panel walls in the back, wow.
Still got the painting of the naked woman over the bar. She helped me find myself.
And that damn fish. Uncle Eddie swore he caught a fish that big in the Detroit River.
Yeah, right.
Come on, first round's on me. Little bug, I know you strapped for college costs.
18 creds, and that refund check was small.
And I figure you broke per usual, Jalen.
Actually, I'm not broke. Oh, I won't be broke soon.
Soon. Always soon.
That's why Uncle Eddie left me that car. I gotta drive down to Canton 6 days a week to work at IKEA. You know how many buses that is?
Then get a job in the city.
Plans of hiring?
Hiring and laying off.
They're more than factories and warehouses. All the news talk about every day is how many jobs Gilbert is bringing into the city.
Well, let me use your Ann Arbor address to put on my resume, and maybe I can qualify for one of them. Everybody knows those jobs are earmarked for Detroit imports.
That's not what the mayor says.
Of course not, but you know, like I know, my zip code translates to not skilled.
No, that's your resume, not your zip code.
The same difference. One leads to the other. Plus, I don't need a check from Quicken or the Fever, no way.
What are you talking about? You mad jobs are in Detroit?
Actually, I'm not. I'm glad. I'm glad I don't got to take any of your job because Uncle Eddie blessed me when he put these keys in my hand.
Once again, Jalen, Uncle Eddie did not leave the car to you. He left it to us, and I especially need it.
You just want to go down to Grosse Pointe to visit your bougie-ass girlfriend. That is not a priority.
If you had a bougie-ass girlfriend, or any woman at all, she would be a priority.
Neither one of you gonna keep this car. Y'all don't even make enough money to cover the insurance, let alone girlfriends.
Shit.
Hey, but if you let us use your Ann Arbor address, we'd be able to afford it.
We will use my Ann Arbor address because I'm keeping the car. Do y'all know the cost of upkeep to make sure this class appreciates in value? The resale of this could really help one of you out one day.
I'm gonna need help with these textbooks with Uncle Eddie gone.
Resale? For some textbooks? Nah, we ain't selling Uncle Eddie's car. It's filled with too many memories. Plus, ain't nobody taking these here keys.
Jalen.
We need to settle this to Uncle Eddie way. A game of pool. We can play cutthroat. Come on, I call 610.
You always calling the middle numbers.
Because you can never seem to pocket them.
Well, I call 1 through 5, Uncle Eddie's numbers. He taught me how to play cutthroat.
He taught us all how to play. This pool table belonged to Uncle Eddie. Have him tell it. Hey, white people. This pool table belonged to my Uncle Eddie. Property of a real one. Way before your time here. And don't y'all forget it.
Can you stop? I might have a classmate in here.
Oh, I should have known I was going to have to code switch for Little and Big Bug.
Now, I'll show you code switch. Now, don't get an Uncle Eddie style ass whooping in here, Jalen. White people always been here. Watch your table, little bug. How about the second round?
Actually, you can get all the rounds because I don't get my first check till next week.
How did I know? They still haven't given this pool table much room. I might knock somebody out coming out the bathroom. Some things have changed, however. It's a little more bleached in here than I remember.
I told you we in white people land now. Put some J Dilla on the jukebox. Make sure people remember where they are.
Uncle Eddie taught me about J Dilla. The first time I got a girl's number, I was in that car playing Slum Village. I pulled up on her right on Belle Isle like, Real love, true love, tainted love.
And then she realized it wasn't your car. She probably dropped your ass.
She dropped me real quick. I was just excited to have a whip for the day. Now, Uncle Eddie taught me how to drive in that car when I was 9. He let me steer while he controlled the brakes. Made me feel like somebody. The day I could touch the pedals on my own, you couldn't tell me shit. Yo, he never made me feel like I had to be anybody but myself in that car.
I had my first kiss in that car.
Ooh, okay.
I didn't know what I liked then, but I knew I liked that car. Uncle Eddie even let my date take me to prom in it. Except Uncle Eddie insisted that I drive, which pissed my date off. He wasn't complaining about that kiss, though.
I learned how to change a tire on that car.
Didn't we all?
Didn't we all? Can I have something that's mine from him?
I'm just saying that we all learned to take care of a car. Uncle Eddie made sure of that.
But you want to sell the joint.
Selling it is a conversation for a later date. For now, by the looks of these pool balls, it's gonna look nice and pretty in my garage.
The hell it is.
You can't just claim something. You want to claim something, take this city back. Since you've been gone, all they want is brunch spots and pop-up shops.
I like brunch. And I like that it's actually people in Midtown. It makes my Wayne State days a little more eventful.
Midtown? This is the corridor, and people have always been down here. Never forget that. You think they change the name of a place and magically it's different? No. Cass Corridor forever.
That is just ridiculous. Do you even know who Lewis Cass was?
Lewis?
Lewis Cass. Who the corridor is named for?
Yeah, he founded Cass Tech and some shit.
Lewis Cass was the former governor of the state of Michigan, senator and secretary of state, who ran on popular sovereignty. See, that's a position that says that citizens in a certain area could decide whether they wanted slavery or not. And by citizens, I do mean white people only. And why? Because Lewis Cass was a slaveholder himself. The state of Michigan went and named counties, streets, schools, cities, buildings after him. Cassopolis, Cass County, Cass City. Made him my hero. Like he worked for us and not the other way around. And you go around throwing his name like some Pan-African flag staking ground. Use Lewis Cass' name to say, white people get out, we own this? You know what Lewis Cass would say? He'd say he owned you.
Don't nobody own me. And Uncle Eddie didn't say nothing about all that.
Uncle Eddie didn't tell you everything.
I'm just saying, I'm sick of all this change.
And I'm just saying you are dying on the wrong hill.
And I'm just saying, who hates brunch? It's nice to have a little change.
A lot of change. I remember when this place used to have streetwalkers in neon clothes coming by to have Charlene pour them a drink hard enough to get through the night. And this crowd doesn't know anything about that. And Detroit is looking more and more like Ann Arbor, and maybe that's not completely terrible.
You can go back to A2 with all that.
I will, with Uncle Eddie's Impala.
Really, no one should own the car. Look, he promised it to all of us. And who really owns anything anyway? This city doesn't even belong to anyone.
It belongs to black people, the people who put in the work to make it.
If it belongs to anybody, it belongs to the Anishinaabe.
The what?
The 3 fires. Potawatomi, Ottawa, and the Ojibwe. Take an anthropology class, bro. All history don't start with black people, Jalen.
Bullshit. We started everything. We owned everything. Okay? Our blood's in it. So all this belongs to us. Bought with our bodies, made with our sweat.
It belongs to whoever's ready to strike. Wide open for the right one with the paper agreeing. And that's game. Come on. Who's your auntie now, huh? I can't hear you.
Okay, fine. You got it for now, Auntie June.
Ooh, I know I got it.
But come summer, you're gonna let me borrow it, right? Top down with my girl in the passenger seat.
Don't act up in here, Jalen.
Act up?
You are too close to 30 to be acting like
Don't
a
talk to me
3-year-old.
like... What right you got to it? Memories? You like that dichotomy, Big June, but no, you do. You like it that way. The half called the knots and the other half called the gots, because you know what side you on. Come back in the city with memories and money and start making shit for sale. But who been here when it wasn't postable for social media?
Why you gotta...
When it wasn't good times? That Impala? I've been in there. That motherfucker's been Uncle Eddie's hearse for months. Every appointment. Play his numbers every night. Slow ride down Woodward with him. He just telling me places I should go just to keep driving. Keep driving. Like if I stop moving, everything might stop. I made my work schedule around him. Told the supervisor up front, gotta be off early before the pharmacy closed because I may need to pick up a prescription. Plus, I didn't like to be out late with Uncle Eddie being sick and all. I didn't never want to leave him alone. Shit, I don't want to be alone because I was gonna be there if he... See, y'all got memories, but I was here. And where y'all been? No, really, where was y'all? Taking Ubers and driving a company car with a commune of consumers with expensive bicycles? Ain't bothered to pull up in months, but got a right to his wheels. Ain't put a dent in the tire tread in years, but you got a right to put your name on it because of memories? You were import. Crawling back into the city when you know the ones that been here been priced out. Y'all trying to price me out? Like I already got it. I've been riding around in the classic like a classic, feeling good for the first time in a long time, like I can be seen, like he's seen me. Yeah, he saw me, that's the thing. You don't see me. Don't even want to see what he saw. Tell me you see me for real and tell me whose car that is. Say you can weigh memories against sweat and say that shit ain't mine. If you really my Auntie June, tell me you see me for real.
Lil Bug, pick that stick up and rack 'em.
Rematch?
I ain't playing nobody for Uncle Eddie's car.
I ain't playing you for it either. You know, Jalen, a weird thing happens when people know that they're dying. They start planning. Imagine that. Planning when you know you're not going to be there for the event. They get a heads up that time is fading and they start putting things in order, making sure that their house and everything around it is in order. Now, I'm not trying to take...
He promised me.
Yes. Uncle Eddie made promises. But then he made legal agreements.
So what you saying?
I'm saying Uncle Eddie left the car to me. It's in his will.
Fuck a will.
Now, how you gonna say fuck a will? If that's what Uncle Eddie wanted,
how you know? You seen it?
Because I'm the executor of the will.
Executor. That's a good name for you. So why you play? It's just to boss up?
The game was Lil Bug's idea. I already told you that the car was mine. I thought we could at least bond.
No, you thought you could show out.
Yes. And I knew I had a legal agreement to the will. And I knew that I was gonna win. I mean, come on, I've been whooping y'all in pools since y'all could hold a stick.
Whatever. Look, can we get another game before I gotta go study?
No. I'm out.
With what keys? Caught you slipping, baby. Oh, come on and quit sulking, Jalen.
Sulking? How you think you got that nice job in Ann Arbor?
Let's see, I planned for it, applied, interviewed, and got the position.
Bullshit. You didn't get that job. Uncle Eddie earned it.
If you getting at the tuition that he paid, yes, Uncle Eddie helped me out, but I earned it.
With Uncle Eddie's earnings, right? Right. Makes you question what you really own, right? The one with the paper of green, right? Uncle Eddie really owns all your shit. He gave you all that space.
And I'm blessed.
Yeah, you blessed. You blessed.
Jalen, chill.
No, you too, little bug. You blessed.
So now you got beef with me?
No, I'm just saying. Uncle Eddie thought to bless the both of y'all. Little Junebug and Big Junebug.
You know, if you would care more about your grades.
So what? Uncle Eddie thought I was too dumb for college?
Ain't nobody said that.
Because I wasn't. just fell off for a minute. With my dad, tumors worse than foreclosures. I remember sitting in science class, high school, month after my dad passed, and we're talking about covalent bonds, the one that share an electron. You remember that shit from school?
Barely. I'm a communications major like shit.
Well, learn something, college kid. It's the most common bond. So strong, when it hits the water, the ionic bonds just spread apart. But not the covalent bonds. No, they stick together. And Ms. Turner's going on about how covalent bonds make up the cells in our bodies and how we rely on a common electron. And she's going on about strong bonds and the elements of life, and start thinking about, what am I made of? Who made me? And who am I supposed to bond to now? And I'm sitting in class taking science notes, and the next thing you know, I'm thinking about my dad. Not just him, but who he was. And why I didn't get to know him better. I mean, I did. He was my dad. I lived with him. But why didn't I talk to him more? Why were my friends more interesting? Basketball was more interesting. Girls were more interesting. Who even the fuck was he? As a man I'm supposed to become. And then I started to feel more ionic than covalent, like I got this negative charge sticking to me. It was all I could focus on. Like an itch when you're holding something heavy you can't drop. And then I just started to feel so tired. All the fucking time, so tired. In my room, don't want to talk to my mom, my friends. But here come Uncle Eddie. Let's ride, boy. Take the top off. Feel the air beat against my head like fingers through my hair. Feel him pat my shoulder, grip it. Feel the engine hot on my feet. Feel it all. And it was like, maybe, at least I got Uncle Eddie. At least I got this one blessing, this one bright spot. And I don't know, it's like he ain't left me nothing. No car, no school paid for. I guess I was just good for driving him. That's it. He was the father I had left. And I thought he saw me.
I loved your dad. Almost as much as I loved Uncle Eddie.
Shut the fuck up.
You know, Uncle Eddie used to call me every month.
Is that why you couldn't call?
I didn't always make time. I'm not one for regrets, but I could have found a way. But he called. You know, retired people are good at that. Like clockwork, twice every month. And he'd always say that he was worried about you.
I needed that. I needed somebody worried about me. Shit, I still need that.
I could see that. What I'm trying to say is, he saw you.
So if you see me, why?
Uncle Eddie is not that car. Trust me, he is not. He existed before and after, and believe me, he left you more than you know. We'll have the wheel read. And trust me, Uncle Eddie had you top of mind.
Word?
It's bond.
Well, how come you didn't say that shit when I picked you up? That was some bullshit.
You know I've been planning to upgrade my car.
Wait, for real? So you had to bring that up now? You don't even need to.
Both of y'all shut up and listen. Now the Impala is going into storage, and that's the end of that. Meanwhile, the trade-in value on my car is insulting. So you may as well make use of it, Jalen.
Are you for real?
Yeah. You for real? I'm your mini-me. I should be pushing your old whip, Auntie June.
You push those grades and I'll bless you later. Plus, I already promised Uncle Eddie that I would give my car to Jalen. He knew that you would need one. He said that you really liked that job. Said really make you smile.
Whatever. He knew you wouldn't keep up with the maintenance on his baby.
Whatever the reason, what's mine is now yours. So you can take me home back to Ann Arbor after the funeral and take home your new used car.
I don't know what to say.
I'm your cousin, but I'm still your auntie. I can't replace your dad or Uncle Eddie, but you are not alone, Jalen.
I got a car. I got a car! That's crazy! I'm gonna pull up to IKEA like, damn, new whip!
What's crazy is I ain't heard you say thank you yet.
I thank you. No, for real, like thank you, that's love.
That's love.
I love you.
I love you too, Jalen.
Wait, Auntie June, don't you drive a Prius? Oh, now you about to be thinking you sweet riding around in a Prius.
I will be sweet and fuel efficient.
That's right.
While your ass is gonna be ridden a rent-a-bike looking simp.
Rack these balls again. We playing for this. Come on.
I ain't playing for my wheels.
No, it don't work like that. I'm giving my car to Jalen.
But when I win, you let me borrow it on your off day.
You ain't borrowing shit. On my off day, my Prius will be sitting in my driveway getting this beauty rest.
So now it's your Prius. See, you always claiming shit. It's not even in your name yet.
I own all this. You ain't realized it yet?
We own all of this. It's got our blood, our sweat, and now our tears on this pool table, this bar, this block. I don't care whose name is on it. It's a part of us. Got our family mark on it. Come on, last round. To the cars, the cognac,
and the Holy Spirit of the coochie. To Uncle Eddie, his first niece, first nephew.
And the best for last.
To Uncle Eddie.
To everything he ever owned or touched. Oh, Auntie June, you gonna put me on your car insurance though, right?
If you win.
Damn.
Hey, I gave you the car. I can't hand you everything.
Just break and call your numbers. I'm 11 through 15.
6 through 10.
1 through 5. Uncle Eddie's boss.
Let's go.
mission of the Detroit Public Schools Foundation is to create and enhance opportunities for the students of Detroit Public Schools Community District, their families, as well as our educators. Well, I think what's unique about this particular district is for many, many years, the state had control of this district. The arts had pretty much disappeared, physical education, music programs. So in the last 3 years, we have really had to reinstate many of the resources and the disinvestment that had happened over those many, many years. We have 51,000 really good reasons to partner with the Detroit Public Schools Community District and with the foundation. It's important because these are young people focused on their futures. These are young people that rely on us to give them the resources and the tools that they need to get an excellent education so that when they leave after the 12th grade, they are prepared. So if people are interested in partnering with the Detroit Public Schools Foundation, I encourage you to reach out to us. Our students need you, our families need you, our educators need you. We are moving the needle, but we need partnerships. They're important. Hello, I'm Pamela Moore, the President and CEO of the Detroit Public Schools Foundation, and we are excited to participate in the inaugural Obsidian Festival.
Good evening and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, folks and family. My name is John Sloan. I'm the producing artistic director for the Obsidian Theater Festival. I'm sitting here with our arts education manager, Saray Daniels. The video that you just saw is one that we shot last year to inaugurate and solidify our partnership with the Detroit Public Schools Foundation. For those of you that came live in person, June 23rd through the 26th, you might have noticed that all of our content was free of charge. You might be noticing right now that all of our content is free of charge. Our goal is to make sure that we can keep this festival free as a gift to the culture and to the community. What we ask in return is that you support one of our benefiting organizations, and Detroit Public School Foundation is one of those. Saray and I are back because we wanted to make sure that we tied back in the connective tissue between the Ghostlight Arts Initiative, which is the program that Saray helps to run here at OTF, and Detroit Public School Foundation. Saray, talk for a second about the importance of making sure that we partner with teachers in the school districts.
Absolutely, John. Well, it's important that we support the teachers in the school district because they're the ones that are really doing the daily in and out, morning to evening, Sunday through Saturday work. It's not just a 5-day work week for most teachers, like my mother, who works consistently with her students in her own music room and making sure that they have the technique that they need in order to audition for colleges and audition for theater companies all across this country. And so it's really, really important that we put our money where our mouths are and not just being a supplemental resource for teachers in our work and our efforts, but also making sure that we're funding the teachers directly through the Detroit Public School Foundation.
Absolutely. Now, last year we started something called our Career Pipeline Programming.
Yes.
For those people that might not have seen that content yet, can you talk them through the importance of that work?
Sure. For last year, our pipeline program consisted of connecting students in the schools, particularly middle and high school, to current Black professionals in the field of their choice. So we had professionals who are working currently and as of then on Broadway in New York City in shows like The Book of Mormon, The Lion King, dancers and dance captains all across the country who have lended their time to us and to the students to be able to give them a gateway, really, and a window into what does it look like to be in the day-to-day life of a performer or a stage manager or a light technician or a singer, dancer, performer. And so it was really important for us that we provided that touchstone for our students engaging in the free content last year.
Yeah. One of the amazing things I think about the piece that we just saw is that it talks about the changing and shifting whims, moods, markets of a city,
Yes.
right? In the way that Detroit has shifted and changed, talking about the names of cities and neighborhoods. The next piece that we're going to bring up, The Chicken Never Crossed, does a little bit of that work too, right?
Yeah, it does. I really love these two pieces. They kind of draw a through line between the 1950s and now 2022, where we just exited the piece, We Own Everything, seeing what does it look like when we have gentrification entering our cities and our urban areas, and also what did it look like when white flight took place at the beginning of the 1950s here in Black Bottom and Paradise Valley when I-375 was built. And so we really want to make sure that we're tying that together and seeing what does it look like when a community goes through these changes and ebbs and flows, and what does that mean for the culture and for the youth that live there.
Yeah. So if you came live to the Obsidian Theater Festival June 23rd to 26th, just a couple weeks ago, you would have noticed something. We added 2 stages, right? So last year we were just doing plays. This year we did 3 stages. Our main stage, which are the featured plays that you're watching this evening, our musical theater showcase, and the Obsidian Cabaret. The Chicken Never Crossed is the featured piece from our musical theater showcase. And so that's the piece that we were just talking about right now and that we are going to present to you this evening. So without any further bluster or ado, ladies and gentlemen, folks and family, we are proud to present to you the Obsidian Theater Festival 2022's musical theater showcase presentation of The Chicken Never Crossed by Eskridge and Alton James.
Detroit, Michigan, on Hastings Street, an area that saw the sinner and sanctified on every corner. Eva and Marie are 2 friends who came up from Georgia years before. They own and manage a poultry and fish store on the street. It's 1958. On one part of the stage, Eva, an African-American woman in her early 40s, is rushing to get out of the house as soon as she picks up the toys on the floor and yells last-minute instructions to her kids. Her coat is partially on, her hat is lopsided. She can't find her purse.
Gloria, didn't I tell you to pick up these dials and put them back in your room? Robert, you need to change your shirt. You cannot go to school wearing that. The nuns will send you right back home. Where is my purse? Arthur, don't you leave your sister, and you better have her walk home with you. Hello? Yes, operator, I'll accept the charges. Mama, what's wrong? Someone died? Sick? Then why are you calling me long distance? It costs money, my money. How many times do I have to tell you to stop spending my money on phone calls? I'll call you, I've just been busy. Yes, busy. I have a store, I have kids. I have a husband that's never home because he's working 3 jobs. Oh, you want me to send you something to tell them? Mama's no trouble, no trouble. As soon as I get off work, I will send you a little something. Look for a birthday card. I know it's not your birthday. I'll just fold the money in the card because your nosy mailman won't go snooping. I don't know when I'll get home, but I'll be home soon. Yeah, okay, Tell her, yeah, give everybody my love. Yeah, bye, I love you. Ooh, hey! Be home when I get home. Don't let me find you in the streets. You hear me?
On another part of the stage, little Shorty is driving in a car. He constantly looks back, talking to his passenger while driving.
Yes, ma'am. Quarter of Hastings and Willis. We'll be there in a few. How your nieces and nephews doing? Really? You don't say. That's smart. Well, aren't you the lucky one? Well, sometimes, it skips the generation. Take my cousin, for instance. He was the best cook in Monroe County, Georgia. Negro and white people used to come in from all over to eat his homemade biscuits with chicken and dumplings. Had him 2 girls, yes he did. Not one of them can boil water without burning the pan. So, you're lucky your nieces and nephews got your genes. No, I don't mean no harm. But everyone knows Uncle Buddy's elevator don't reach the top floor, but he's your brother. So, well, here we are. That'll be $1.15, Miss Thompson. Yes, ma'am. It cost that much because when you asked me to wait for you a while, you went to the grocery store. Then you wanted me to drop you off at your church and you spent 20 minutes talking with the pastor about the Sunday service. And finally, you asked me to take you downtown, which ain't really my route because them taxi boys got a thing for us jitney folks. And I did all of that. And now it's $1.15. Have a nice day. Oh, she's so cheap. She wouldn't give a nickel to see Jesus riding a bicycle. Lord, have mercy, help me.
Working for myself today. No one tells me what to say or do. I'm happy as can be, 'cause cotton picking's not for me. Let me tell you now, cotton picking's not for me. Hey, nice day, nice to see you. Yeah, I got your fish, but you better get it quick before somebody else does. I sell my fish and chicken fresh. I'm telling you, they are the best. So buy my pig grill on the perch, 'cause Sunday fish fries after church. And you know that Sunday fish fries after church.
She opens the door and walks into the store. The sign above the store reads, Eva and Marie's Fish and Poultry.
Big city's the life for me. Here in Detroit, I can be free to sit and vote and freely pee. No white soul is sad for me. I said no white soul is sad for me.
She flips on the radio.
And in national news, an Atlanta grand jury has acquitted 3 police officers of the killing of Joe Franklin Jeter, a Negro man who they say resisted arrest. Jeter's family tried to stop the arrest, and they have been convicted of starting the melee. This has been Charlie Park, coming to you live from WJR-FM, the Goodwill Station, the great voice of the Great Lakes. And now to that classic, My Secret Love by Doris Day.
Came enough to live my life without the meddling or the wise who thought they knew was best for me, but got so bad I had to flee. Deep South Georgia's where I'm from, the land of moonshine, coffee and guns, where colored people live in fright and they'll go missing in the night. Big city's the life for me. Here in Detroit, I can be free to sit, to vote, to freely pee. No white soul is up for me. Oh, no white soul is sad for me. There's Seppenstein and El-Sayed, Sarkeesian and Soledad, O'Sullivan and Charlotte. Did I forget Tim Sadowski? We all have stores on Hastings Street where people come to meet and greet. We buy and sell all kinds of things, from furniture and diamond rings. I want to keep my little store. I built it up from the ground floor. My shop is where I want to be, right here at Eva's and Marie's. I'm talking about Eva's and Marie's.
She goes in the back and brings out a covered cage. When she uncovers it, there's a live chicken. The chicken's name is Eloise.
Eloise, Eloise. Have you rested? Slept well? You getting mighty old, Missy. But they say, the older you get, the wiser you become. God, I hope that's true. Because from what I see, there's a whole lot of old, stupid people walking up and down Hastings. Here you go.
She goes into a bag and feeds the chicken grain. Eva goes to the window and spots someone outside that she knows and waves. She opens the door and yells,
Edna! Edna, when are you coming to get your money? Oh, okay. Come get it after he's left. Yeah, girl, I know what you're talking about. You the worker, he's the player. Huh, what? Oh, Eloise? Oh, she's fine, she's alive.
Eva walks back to the counter and writes on a piece of paper while counting the money.
Edna, $10.50 minus $1.50 for Marie and 50 cents for me.
She goes to the back of the store. On another part of the stage, Marie, black in her early 40s, is wearing a coat over her maid's uniform. She's throwing out a pan of water. She's talking with someone in the house.
Yes, ma'am. I'm using the rinse water to water the plants like you told me. I put the roast in the oven, put the potatoes on the boil, and now I put the salad in the icebox. No, ma'am. Remember, I told you my hours are strictly early mornings. I clean the kitchen, prepare your dinner, then I have to leave. No, ma'am, it's not about the money. Damn right it's about the money. No, ma'am, I'll be back on Tuesday. Tuesday? Tomorrow. Might as well be down south.
She takes off her apron and balls it up.
Oh, little shorty, you're early. If you're gonna stay here, at least pretend that you're working.
I just need a few minutes shut eye.
Go home and sleep. You're here, so get to sweeping here.
But, I close my eyes to get some rest. My neighbors argue, they got me stressed. And then the bar that's right next door, they're serving drinks 2 way past 4. Then there's my wife, she wants to croon, but it sounds more like sick raccoon.
You only been in Detroit a year. Give the city a chance.
I try to rest and I try to sleep, but Lord have mercy, I'm so damn beat. This city tries to wear me down. It chews me up and turns me around. Back home to Georgia, I need to go where life is good, where life is slow, where I know everybody, everyone I see. Those cotton fields are calling me, and where the crickets sing me to sleep, my soul to rest and my soul to keep. I try to rest and I try to sleep, but Lord have mercy, I'm so damn beat.
Shorty.
This city tries to wear me down. It chews me up and turns me around. Now I hustle all the live long day, only to get some lousy pay. The last to hire, the first to go. The boss man treats me like a two-bit hoe. I'm trying to rest, I'm trying to sleep, but Lord have mercy, I'm so damn beat. This city tries to wear me down. It chews me up and turns me around. It turns me
No, you're not through yet. You still have deliveries as soon as I kill the chickens. If you don't like Detroit, leave.
I can't. Pearl got her heart set on being a singer. She said the only place she can do that is in Detroit. Day and night, all I hear is me, moo, moo. How the hell a man supposed to live like that?
If I had a notion, I'd call your wife. Tell her you're trying to get away from her.
You wouldn't do that, Miss Eva. You ain't that cruel. This the only place I can get some peace. I see Eloise is still around. Soon that chicken's gonna turn into a turkey. She that big.
Leave Eloise alone. Oh, yeah. I'll be in the back working the machines. I got 5 chickens that need delivering. You go on and watch the door until Marie gets here.
Eva goes to the back, leaving Eloise. Shorty looks at the door, then goes back to the table and puts his head down. Within seconds, he's asleep. But we hear the cackle of chickens in the back and the whir of a machine.
Give me all your money.
Marie! Now why you won't go and do that? Oh, almost gave me a heart attack.
You supposed to be watching the store, ain't you? Suppose some thief broke in like they did the other day at the drugstore up the street.
Nah, you know as well as I do, ain't nobody gonna touch this place. Everyone around here watches your store. The only person who's gonna break in is a fool.
Now you know there's plenty of those down here too, right? Wait, what you doing here so early? Your shift's not over for another hour.
And what are you doing here so late and looking like you just stepped off the plantation?
Well, I started this job because my Howard ran into some, money problems or whatever, but I thought I'd help out, but this lady is gonna drive me crazy. Oh my God, Marie this, Marie that, Marie, you're not washing the vegetables right. I leave my string beans on just enough to still have a crunch. Whoever heard of half-cooked string beans? Oh, I never wanted to work in nobody's kitchen, and now look where I'm at. When Howard and I married, he said I was his queen. And queens don't get down on their hands and knees in nobody's kitchen. At least I got this place to come to, Having your own takes the sting out of the situation. And you, what you doing here?
They laid us off.
Not again. Oh.
Second time. Didn't want to go home and tell Pearl she'd have a fit. I've been driving jitney. And don't tell Eva. Far as she knows, I'm still working at the plant. You know how she is. First thing she'll do is tell Pearl.
But Pearl's your wife. She got a right to know, and she gonna find out anyway.
No, she won't. Between her trying to break into the music business, the kids, and her church, she's too busy.
Oh, I swear if it ain't one thing, it's another.
You got that right. At least in Georgia, you knew where you stood.
Lowest in the pecking order.
Yeah, but here up north, by the time you found out you the low man in the pecking order, you pecked to death.
Hey, Eva in the back. Ooh, I swear I just don't know how she does it, killing them chickens. Ugh, I could never do that.
Which is why you wait on the customers instead of killing the chickens.
Look who's talking, Mr. Scaredy Cat. I remember that time when the chickens got away and you jumped up on that table. You was all like, oh my God, I thought I was gonna pee myself laughing so hard. Oh my God. Well, you know, I can't kill no chicken, but one time I had to do so and my life depended on it, or so I thought. So, you know, there was this girl once upon a time and I was liking her little boyfriend and she got so jealous. So she comes up to me one day and she says with her hand on her hip all nasty, Marie, I'm gonna fix you good. I went to the conjure man and I had him put a curse on you. You think you're so cute. Well, you'll see. And then she spit at me and walked away. Oof. Well, you know, I had heard about them people putting curses on other people, but I didn't believe it. But the next morning, baby, I woke up and I had a terrible headache. I could hardly move. And then I looked in the mirror and my face just broke out with all these little bumps.
It was the curse.
Well, my mom and daddy, they was already working out in the fields and I couldn't go to school looking like that. So I got on the phone, okay? And I called my good old grandma because she knew all about that conjuring stuff. So I asked her innocently, like, Grandma, anybody ever put a curse on you? And then Grandma said, well, sure, but not for long. She said, the best way to get rid of a curse is to find a white rooster. You gotta kill it and then draw blood and pray over it to the ancestors. Then you bury it. So I knew my folks had a white rooster. His name was Mr. Big Shot. So I went into their yard. I lured him to the side of the house over there. I had a knife in my hand. So I went up to him, I pulled that knife out
and you killed him.
Oh, no, I couldn't do it. Oh my God, he was looking at me. So I went back in the house and I said, okay, maybe I'll get some twine. I thought maybe I could, choke him up and, hang him or something. So I snuck up on him. I had the twine in my hand, so I was like, I'm gonna quick wrap it around his neck, and then I just did one of these.
Choked him.
No. Mama came back and she saw I was about to kill her prize rooster and she beat the living tar out of me. Oh my God.
And the curse.
Boy, it wasn't no curse. That girl had the chicken pox. She gave it to me and damn near the whole school. I was in bed for a week, sick as a dog. And from that time on, I didn't touch no chicken. Unless it was dead, of course.
What about the girl?
Oh, her. She and that boy married for like 2 years. Then he left her. So I guess the curse was on her. My mom and dad, they sure could kill a chicken. I mean, in no time flat. And in fact, everybody I knew could do it, because if you didn't do it, you didn't eat. But not me. I like mine ready to be served. When we were back home in the South, we had the chickens roam the house. My mom and dad, they'd pick a bird. Next thing you knew, is what we heard. Chickens are tender and so good. They can be fried, baked, broiled, and stewed. But if it was left up to me, these hands would never be bloody. You take the chicken by the neck, and then you make sure it don't peck. Then hold that neck down to the floor, and then you twist. Chickens no more. Chickens are tender and so good. They can be fried, baked, broiled, or stewed. But if it was left up to me, these hands would never be bloody.
That little chicken's just like me, wanting to live life wild and free. But she's the lowest in the chain. She ain't the fittest in life's game.
Chickens are tender and so good. They can be fried, baked, broiled, and stewed. But if it was left up to me, these hands would never be bloody. So what you gonna do? Are you gonna look for something else? A job?
Nothing pays as much as the line. I can wait it out, just long as it ain't too long. And I can drive for that long. Hope I ain't cursed.
Oh, Eloise, you gonna make for a good chicken and dumplings real soon. Well, I talked to Jesse down the street, at the theater a couple days ago, and they got their letter. Won't be long now. Maybe a couple of chicken pot pies for you, Missy.
Maybe them folks down at City Hall changed their minds, Marie.
Shorty, the writing is on the wall. If they thinking about tearing down the big old Joe Louis Center, they mean to get rid of us all. Ain't no little fish and poultry shop gonna stand in their way. And I'll be working Mrs. Davison's kitchen.
But Eva said there's a chance.
Shorty, come on. That highway been planned for years, and there's nothing we can do about it. Eva just wishful thinking. This chicken is as good as barbecue.
You better leave Eloise alone. Until I get the notice, this chicken stays right here. Here. Edna says she's gonna come by this afternoon for the money.
She need to dump that old pimp of hers and find her somebody that's gonna treat her right.
You ever heard of a pimp who treats their girls right?
Oh, hell no.
This is for Apple down the street.
What's Apple doing with all this chicken?
She's making chicken dinners to pay for her kids' Catholic school.
If you ask me, as dumb as those kids are, I save my money and buy a new car.
Oh, nobody asked you.
I'm just saying.
Why she thinks she's sending the kids to Catholic school? If the priests don't beat some sense into them, the nuns sure will. Now go on. When you come back, you can sweep the storeroom.
Damn, I should have went home. Remember what you promised.
Okay. What was that all about?
Oh, nothing. So, any word? Oh, God, this waiting is killing me. Well, Mr. Steinberg said he found a shop, a hardware store on 12th Street. Maybe we should start looking on 12th.
Why not stay on the east side? It doesn't matter.
Oh, God.
We still need money to move, and nobody's paying anybody. At least not the ones who run the businesses, just the ones that own the buildings. True. Well, I'm gonna feed the chickens and collect the eggs. When little Shorty comes back, tell him he's got to deliver these eggs to Mrs. Anderson. Come on, Eloise.
Eva takes Eloise. Marie walks to the front of the store and looks out.
Hey, Mr. Saperstein, how you doing? You got some more of that liniment? Oh, I'll be over to get it as soon as I finish closing here. Oh, no, not yet. You? Really? Yesterday? Oh. No, the mailman hasn't come yet. Well, you let us know where you're moving to. Man. The mailman should have been here by now. Maybe they missed us. Maybe it's all just a mistake, a misunderstanding. Yeah.
Saw the mailman.
What?
Told him I'd take the mail. You need to open this.
All right.
Just open it and read it. You know I can't read.
Okay.
Well, what'd it say?
To whom it may concern.
Oh my good God, they don't even know y'all's name. At least they can do is put your names on it.
You have 1 month.
That's it then. It's done. We ain't no more.
Here's the one place I don't feel so powerless. You know what I'm saying? It's the one place I feel like I'm doing something right. Now all I can do is think about listening to Miss Davison telling me I'm not setting the dinner table right. Damn, I don't want to go.
You gonna tell Eva?
Why should I tell Eva? You tell her.
Yeah, but you've been knowing her longer, and you both come from the same place, and you've been friends like forever.
Well, you work here too. I mean, what you gonna do?
Well, I know what I ain't gonna do. Tell Eva.
Oh, man.
Little shorty, here.
I think Pearl done told me she got to have me do something at the house. I see y'all.
Little shorty, here. Deliver these eggs to Miss Anderson. I overheard. Eloise is gone. Throw this cage out, too.
Eva, what we gonna do? It's not fair. It's not fair. They'll build a highway through this vibrant neighborhood. Urban renewal. They say a highway's best, better than the slums and pests. Urban renewal. A speedy 6-lane road is progress and it's bold. Urban renewal. The powers downtown agreed, then issued their decree. Urban renewal means urban removal, and there is nothing we can do. There is nothing we can do. We all have paid our dues and built community. Urban renewal. They'll give us 30 days to pack and move away. Urban renewal. We never had a chance to stop this song and dance. Urban renewal. They'll seize our homes, our schools, and snatch our little shops. Urban renewal means urban removal, and there is nothing we can do. There is nothing we can do.
The Detroit Plan is what they called it. And Visionists is how they claim it. New roads, new schools, new housing, but not for us. We can't fight City Hall. We can't fight the wrecking ball. For us, like refugees, we live without a fuss and we leave. The poor, the black, the immigrant, there ain't no room for us.
And so we're on the move. We have to say goodbye. Urban renewal.
Marie, go on home. Go on. It's time to close up shop.
Marie exits. Eva steps to the front of the store and flips the open sign to close.
Well, here we are, family, coming to the end of night 2 of our second season for the Obsidian Theater Festival's virtual festival. So what did we do tonight? We took a run with some wild horses. We wandered through a corridor and into 1950s Detroit. And all the while with this belief, this understanding, that we do this work here at Obsidian Theater Festival, Ghostlight Productions, and the Nicely Theater Group. Because our goal is to share our art with you. Because we understand the importance of cultural exchange, and because we believe that all of us, regardless of from where you come, what you look like, how you believe, and how you identify, matter. So we are more than pleased to be able to present this collection of stories here for you tonight to celebrate the rich diversity of the Black experiences across the diaspora. And we welcome you to join us again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel. I know, I'm a little old. As we present to you the Obsidian Theater Festival 2022. Black Stories, new stage.